Hi everyone, today we're going to be doing a get ready with me using ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. This is what the outside packaging looks like, and that's what the palette itself looks like. I'm going to take a look inside. I've used it a couple of times already. I love it. There are beautiful shades in here. Warm shades that you could create beautiful summer looks, and you do have glitter, so this glitter is not very easy to use, but we will be using it today. And let's get started. So first thing, I always start with my eyes, and I like to go in with a toner. I'll be using my simple toner, and I'm just gonna go over my eyes. I have a mirror down here, so I'm going to be looking in. So I like to cleanse my lids, so you have a clean skin to work with. There is no oil on your eyes after you cleanse, so the primers and the shadows are going to last better. So I'm gonna go in with a primer. I'll be using NYX eyeshadow base. And now to set the eye primer, I'll be using Wet n Wild Brulee. My eye's almost done. Okay, now we're gonna go into the palette, and for the crease, I am gonna go with the shade called Meadow. This is the second shade in the second row. So that's a beautiful color. It applied very easily and it builds very nicely. So we're gonna go into the second eye. Okay, so the crease is ready. Now we're gonna start building the outer corner. So we need a deeper color. I am gonna go into the deepest color right here. That is called Feel Free, and we're gonna pack it on to the outer corner. Okay, so this color is very okay. Now we're going to blend it out. I'm gonna go in this color right here, and I'm gonna try to bring back some of that coral, because I find that the brown overpowered the coral, and I wanted it to be more of the coral look. Just gonna clean up the corners. I want to use a glitter color, so I'm gonna go in with a glitter primer from NYX. Take a tiny bit, just put it on my lid, not everywhere, just not where we did the outer corner, just from here to here, exactly where we're gonna be putting the glitter. And it's becoming tacky. So I'm just priming one eye for now, and we'll see how it works. We're gonna go with the dense thin shader. I will be using MAC Fix Plus. So I'm trying to decide which color to use because I have this coral peachy shades going on, and for glitter they have two colors, Prisma Drama and Early Morning. So Prisma Drama is more of this pink undertone, and this is gold, but that's way too gold, so I think we're gonna go with this. Now you do have to be very careful. You don't want it to get into your eye. It could actually be very dangerous if it gets on into the eye. So make sure that you're closing your eye while applying. So it is beautiful. We're definitely gonna have to do a lot of cleanup because there is a lot of fallout. So I'm gonna move on to the other eye. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in my outer corners again to deepen them. Just put a little bit of the brown right here. So I cleaned up a bit, but it's very hard to remove glitter. So you're always gonna have some fallout, and even when you're done with your makeup, the glitter will still be falling out. So if you do see a few things here and there, it's just gonna happen. So now I'm going to highlight my brow bone with Wet n Wild Sugar. Another thing that I want to show you, that I have hooded eyes, so I only applied the primer here, but when I open my eyes, my top lid touches my crease. That's just how it is when you have hooded eyes, so it did transfer a bit, but that's okay. I still like the look. I think it's a very nice look. So let's do the brow bone highlight. I am going to use a liquid liner, and I will be right back. For the eyeliner, I used Bourjois Ultra Black Slim Liner. And now I'm going to curl my eyelashes and put on mascara. For the mascara, we're going to be using the CoverGirl Supersizer. So the truth is, I'm not the biggest fan of glitter on my eyes. Just like on a special occasion, if you really want your eyes to stand out, but it's a messy job. It gets everywhere, it's hard to clean up, and it's hard to clean up. But if you're younger and you're really looking for something very sparkly, you just need to, it's a good choice, you just need to be very careful not to get into your eyes. I'm gonna go put another coat. I just wanted to say, however, that with this eye palette, you could create such a stunning looks without glitter. They have stunning shimmers. I'm probably gonna do another 1 or 2 videos if somebody is interested in using this palette without the glitter colors, just to show you what you could actually do with the shimmers. I love this palette, especially for the summer. I love corals and I love all the shades that they added, that you could create so many different looks. Such a fun colors. Okay, so the eyes are done, and now we're gonna go into our face. So the first thing I like to do before applying anything on my face is the same as I do on my eyes. I like to put a toner. I give it a minute or so for the toner to absorb before I put my moisturizer, and I'm gonna go with a simple moisturizer. I put some on my hand. Okay, let it sit for a minute or 2 until you feel like it absorbs, more or less. You know, you're not waiting for it to dry down, but it needs to absorb a bit into your skin before you put anything else. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in with my primer from Lise Watier, and I'm just gonna put some on my cheeks where I have the pores. My T-zone. And just see little sparkles all over. Now for foundation, we're going to be going into Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Foundation. This one is in the shade 100 Ivory. The applicator looks like that. I'm gonna be going with MFMA sponge. For the concealer, I'm going to be using NYX Dark Circle Concealer in the color Fear. This has a bit of a peach undertone, so I use this as a corrector and then I go with a concealer. I'm going to go into my blender. I love this sponge. For the concealer, I'm going to be using Marcel Flawless Concealer in the color Fear. And as I said previously in my videos, This concealer is very deep. The color Fear, I mean, it's definitely not Fear. And it also oxidizes, so I'm just finishing it up. So if you have a fair skin tone, fair to light, and you want to get that in the color Fear, just know it's going to be way too deep. To set under the eyes, we're going into Marcel Face Powder. This is one of my favorite setting powders. It's in the color Translucent. I'm going in with Elf's blush brush that I always use to set under my eyes. Now I am going to apply a mascara on my lower lashes, and this is a deluxe sample from MAC in Extreme Dimension Lash. Now I'm going to set the face with the same Marcel powder. For the eyebrows, I'm going to be using the BH Studio Brown Pencil in the color Brunette. I'm gonna go back into this palette and I'm gonna go into this color. We put in the crease and I'm gonna put it on my lower lashes. So when your makeup is done, you really want to be careful when you're putting any shadow, and you know you don't want any fallout, so make sure to tap the brush. So I'm gonna go into my other eye to do the same thing. Okay, so I wanted to mention again, if you are a girl with the hooded eyes like me, it transfers big time. My whole lid, my whole crease has tons of shimmer particles on it, even more so here, but it has nothing to do with this palette. Particularly anytime we apply shimmer, because your skin touches, it's just gonna rub off. So that's one thing you need to consider. Maybe that's why I don't wear shimmer that often, but that's just one thing to consider when you have hooded eyes, that it will transfer. Okay, now we're ready for bronzer, blush, and lipstick. So for bronzer, I'm gonna be using Marcel Eye Bronze, and the color is 01 Light. I love this bronzer. I use it in a lot of my videos. There's no fallout on it. It's just beautiful. For blush, I wanted to use ColourPop blushes, and I put them together into a palette. So I want to take something on the peachy coral side, and we're gonna go in with this one. It looks so washed out on camera. This is the color. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand. It is called, excuse my French, this is the swatch, and You could build it up. It's much more coral than you can see on camera. Yeah, it's very nice, especially with this eye look. You could see how it's warming up my skin, my cheeks. I will be using NYX lip liner Nectar. For a lipstick, I'm going to be using Burt's Bees Sunset Cruise in the number 523. It's a coral lipstick. I don't know what happened here. It looks strange, so I like to put it with a brush. It's not bad or anything, it smells good, it's just interesting. So those lipsticks, even when you put them directly on the lips, they're buildable. They're not very opaque. This is the color of the lipstick. You could see like it doesn't even apply evenly. And I'm going to be using a lip gloss on top. Lorac Alter Ego lip gloss and the color Trophy Wife. Okay, this is the finished look. I'm going to close my eyes to show you. So there is transfer to the upper lid, there's fallout, but all in all, it's still nice. If you don't have hooded eyes, you don't have that problem. If you do have hooded eyes, you could still rock it, it still looks nice. Now, I don't want you to think that if you're gonna get this palette and you're gonna be having fallouts and everything that has so many colors besides those two glitters. I just wanted to show you how the glitters work in case you want to get a palette and you're wondering like what am I gonna do with those glitters. But again, there's only two of them, this and this. You have stunning colors here, you have stunning shimmers, and I will be doing more looks with it just to show you that this palette is gorgeous and you could create many different looks with this, and I love it for the summer. So again, this was Sweet Talk by ColourPop. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope that you will consider subscribing, and thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.